I have had lots of people over the years complain, saying, the church is not a welcoming place for questions. And that is tragic to me. On the one hand, I want to say that's not true. You can ask anytime you want. But on the other hand, to whatever degree it is true, then shame on us if we're the ones giving off that kind of impression. But the thing I often will hear in response to that complaint, you can't ask questions at the church, or Mormonism, so-called, is against questioning. I've often heard people say in response, what are you talking about? The restoration began with a question. This is the verse that spurred the restoration. If any of you lack wisdom, James says, let him ask of God. That's Joseph Smith going out to the sacred grove. Which of all these churches is true? Which should I join? Others have said, look at the Doctrine and Covenants. And practically every one of these revelations comes as a response to an actual question from an actual person. God loves questions. Few commandments are given more repeatedly than that one. Please ask of God. I wonder sometimes if that's why God leaves us with questions, because he's hoping to initiate conversations. And so we're not hostile to questions or questioners. That's how it all began. Now, I love that answer. I believe in it. But can I push back just a little bit? Because based on what Joseph Smith described from his experience with James 1:5, the restoration did not begin with a question. Take one step backward. The restoration began with the reassurance that questions are welcome. That's what started it all. That's what encouraged, assured this young, hesitant boy, I can actually ask my question. And the rest is history. James, of all you ever did in your ministry, and of all you ever wrote, if we only had that one verse, your mission would have been sufficient. It spurred all that we are doing in this final dispensation. So please, let them ask. But let him ask in faith. If you don't know the final answer, believe that you can get there. And that's the kind of faith that is being required of us here. So you must ask in faith, nothing wavering.